There was recently a court order on COPAXONE, Gletopa, where you've kind of taken a lead, but approvals have yet not come in.
Yeah.
With your partner, what would be the assessment of the market right now for the 40 mg Gletopa market?
So we were the first company to launch a 20 milligram biosimilar of COPAXONE with Gletopa, and that's been a very successful launch. We're working very closely with the FDA to bring this forward. I mean, we don't have any specific timelines as we await the agency's decision. We're very happy to see the court ruling that allows us now to move forward from an IP perspective. And of course, we'll keep the markets up to date as we learn more from a regulatory standpoint. So always we assess, the pros and cons, but we usually, don't disclose ahead of time our strategies on these things. So, the payer environment is such in the U.S. that there's very rapid adoption, once we are able to launch either a biosimilar, as we've seen with filgrastim, our launch, first biosimilar launch in the U.S., as well as with Gletopa. So we would expect with 40 milligrams, I think, a similar dynamic, once we do launch.
So the space for where Cosentyx is right now, we've seen TARS, we've seen another product, and then we've seen Sun Pharma's Tirurakizumab also making good progress in phase 3. Do you think this is a great opportunity? Because Cosentyx, I saw the graph, it's really done very well. So where is it all headed?
So Cosentyx has done extremely well. As you saw in our earnings, we've crossed $1 billion. It's been a very successful launch, and so we're very pleased with how that's performing. As you also heard in the earnings call, versus Taltz, we think we have important differentiation. We're of course approved in rheumatology and psoriatic arthritis and ankylosing spondylitis. We have 4-year data and 3-year data in all of these indications, so very long track record of safety and efficacy. So I think we feel very good about where Cosentyx is heading. Now, when you look at the IL-23 subunit P19, sorry, it's a complicated word, but that's what Tirurakizumab is from Sun. We still haven't seen the final phase 3 readouts with all of the safety and other efficacy. So, it's still too soon to judge. We believe that Cosentyx sets a very high bar for efficacy, and I think we feel very confident with the profile, particularly in rheumatology, where in the long run we're alone in many of these rheumatology indications.